right, here we go.
All right. All right.
All right, my love. Have a good one.
Will do.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jo.
Good to meet you,
Come on
Jo.
in. I'm glad you're a hugger. Come on in. My name is JoAnna Garcia Swisher, and I probably was most well known for my show called Reba, but I don't know that Tyler will recognize me. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, are you kidding me? I've been waiting for this moment forever. I'm all in. I'm a believer. Our family's experienced a lot of loss in the last few years, and so it obviously is very emotional and just really wanting that positive connection.
So basically, I've kind of learned that oftentimes when people connect, they'll have messages not only for us, but for other family members.
Yes.
So that can sometimes happen.
My husband's here.
Awesome.
And my
So-
best girlfriend. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anticipation's killing me.
So people could come through for them. And so family is kind of an interesting term because when people get married,
Yeah.
that person's family will also come through for the person they married into. So that's always possible. And yeah, basically the way that I'll do this is I'll hold into an object.
Okay.
We'll see who we bring through. I always say an object to me usually helps the connection, it makes it stronger, but for me, anybody can come through an
Okay.
object. So
I brought a lot for you.
Great, I love it.
How much time do you have?
I have all afternoon, so we can be here for a while.
Me too.
Let's see what they are.
Okay, well, I'm like, how many hands do you have?
I love it. Wow, that is unique. My goodness.
I told you, I've been
love
waiting
it.
a really long time to meet you.
Oh, wow, we're just gonna like,
Not all at the same time.
Do you want me to give them to you one by one?
we'll do it one by
Okay.
one, or else I'll get into
All right. Is there anything that you're drawn to?
this one.
Okay.
I'm drawn to this, I think.
I'm not
This is where I'm
surprised.
gonna connect. So let me see where we go. I'll just kind of channel all of what comes through. So let me figure out where we're at. Got that, thank you. Boating, okay. Recent guy coming through. Thank you. Yeah, there's this man who's like kind of standing on the side, but he's acknowledging that he's the most recent to have transitioned when he's
Okay.
coming through. And he comes through oddly not feeling like he got to reach 80. He's
Yeah.
coming through and acknowledging that he passed before that. He doesn't give me any unnatural situations. This was a natural death
Okay.
at a little bit of an earlier time
Yeah.
than should have been the
Makes
case.
sense.
And he references.
Morning heart attack.
But I'm referencing to Joe, but it's different. There's definitely a man that I would want to bring through, who I would
Okay.
acknowledge, who's kind of like on the other side,
Yeah.
who has a JO name. And I
Okay.
would just need to highlight that. Remember
Okay.
that I'm saying this, because
Okay.
it might connect within family.
Yeah. His name started with a J and an O. John is the father of my sister-in-law.
Because it's really interesting. He's insistent to come through, and it's like,
He's very persistent.
he is. And he's the type that like, in front of, when he set his mind to something,
Oh,
it
yes.
was like, come hell or high water, I'm going to get what I want, and I'm going to do this, and it's
That's
like,
him.
and a million people could try to convince him otherwise, and the feeling is like,
Oh, God,
I have to learn the
it's
hard
so
way.
him.
And he's passing, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this kind of came through relatively abruptly. I mean, in this
Yeah.
way, it seemed pretty quick, just like completely out of nowhere in this
Yeah,
way.
because you would imagine he was like a picture of health.
Sure.
But there was just interesting things after he passed that we found to be like, oh, I wonder if he had a
Right.
acknowledgement of maybe not feeling great or little things. Everyone kind of had little things.
Right. He was the type that he just did not articulate when he was going through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He had acknowledged that he'd gone through like little instances of situations. He brings up honestly physical kind of pain. It's a tough guy. Like, he's not gonna
Yeah,
complain
he was
about
like
physical.
an Iron Man.
Right.
But we found out later that he had been connecting with friends from high school and all these kind of things, and it was just in a weird sixth sense. And he had rewritten his will.
Right.
He was a pilot.
Right.
And he passed overseas. So it was very sudden. It was not a fun trip, that's for sure, to go deal with that. But he's a very strong personality, and I'm not surprised at all that he came through.
Strong man.
Yeah.
So awesome, dude. So awesome.
John was my sister-in-law's father who passed, and I was hoping that he would somehow connect. You know, using any means to kind of bring some peace and love to his loved ones. It's really special to me. I'm glad I could be a part of that.
I have this man that's coming through who's basically apologizing about the circumstances of his death. And this involved not just him, and there's an acknowledgement of this being considered non-natural, is the way that I would kind of word this. So this
Okay.
is someone who acknowledged they lived like a pretty good duration of life, but happened to die through non-natural means.
Yes.
So it's like if a 60 or 70-year-old dies abruptly, or someone who basically got past middle age dies of something not natural.
She knows exactly who that is.
That's kind of the impression that comes through. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Give me one sec. He's having me bring up this woman coming through. He was like, they're coming through together, so let me figure out what this is. Okay, thank you. So there's a strong emphasis between these two, this man and this woman, and they come through as a single unit. Usually it means that like these two people would have been so close in life that their relationship and the way that they would come through would be like one person.
This is gonna get emotional, dude.
And the question has been, are they together, are they together, are they together? And he's, sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, yeah. It's okay. I'm sorry.
I just am having like an out-of-body experience. I feel like I just can't believe you.
I understand, it's a lot to take in. But I want you to know that they're both coming through totally at ease and completely calm and at peace. And that's people's priority, so please know that.
Okay.
So what was his name and what was her name?
Hector and Debbie.
Nice.
They were very close family friends. Their son is like my brother.
Well, that's the thing. Family is family, so
Yeah.
is what we make it. Thank you, these two people. How old were they when they passed?
They were both, one was in their 70s, one was in their 50s.
They're placing themselves away from other family, not around people that we're close to at the time of passing almost. The feeling is like
They
I
were
feel
alone.
that's a weird situation. Okay.
It's a weird situation.
It's like, really quickly, do you know who they were giving money to? Because this is so weird.
I just hit you.
They would have been either loaning or giving to some extent like money, and the feeling is like this person just keeps taking and taking and taking, and they do not know when to stop taking this money.
Yeah.
And I feel like there is just not a sense of full resolve with this person, but it had to have been for so much more than just like money. It's more than that. They're just bringing up this very toxic person. This person was very manipulative as well, and knew exactly what to say and how to say it to get these things. And what's frustrating in this way too is it's not like they were even giving like a ton of money in one setting. It's almost like, here's just a little bit, here's a little bit more.
He was
here's a
on the
little bit
payroll,
more.
so.
Right, yeah. But this is an individual that they're directly really blaming
their
for.
death. He ultimately, was stealing from them. And they were murdered in their home. So it's hard to understand why someone could be capable of doing something like that. So it just felt like, wow.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, I think when they came through, they really emphasized that they would have never seen murder as being an option. And it's like it just didn't have to happen that way.
It didn't have to happen that way, that's for sure.
There's a feeling of frustration with this person, even on the other side. And that is not typically the case. They don't typically bring that forward.
And I don't have to forgive him, right?
No,
Because I really don't want to. Okay.
That's something that we can all obtain in our own time and for ourselves.
Or never.
You don't. You really don't.
Their passing of very close family friends of ours, that was really tragic. It's not always poetic and noble. And so I'm grateful that I could just leave my feelings about that. I'm at peace with it. I could just leave it where they are. To know that they're together is enough for me.
Just know that they have this son figure that they're watching over, and they love him more than anything. Know that it's coming through really strongly.
That makes so much, it was their world.
He's like their everything. It's like,
That's awesome, dude. That's so awesome. I'm like sweating.
I love him very much. This is her bracelet.
oh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Well, they are together. They come through, loving you so much and so happy when they come across.
They
but
are.
They're definitely together. And I always say that.
That was all I really wanted to know. They were dear, close friends of the family, known them my whole life, and met a very tragic end, and they went together. And I think for me, not wanting to even go into too much detail, but just to know that they're together and they're in that way at peace, brings me great comfort. Our families are kind of come together and become family, real family for each other.
Family is kind of what we make it to some extent.
Yeah.
And these people come through very loving and very supportive. They still connect to you.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
It was so nice
It's been
to
so
meet
fun.
you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you want to meet my husband?
Oh, I would love to.
Okay, good.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
come on in. Hey.
I'm a hugger too, man.
Oh, okay.
Nice to meet you, my man. Oh my gosh, what a gift, bro. We're crying and everything. Thank you. How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Is that by far not like the most amazing thing ever? And this is
This is our best friend.
Nice to meet you. Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, I'm listening to all that, and I'm thinking like Hector, which is like Joe's pretty much brother, one of my best friends, to get a little more closure, to him know like, hey man, they're still around me. I think that's like, it's crazy.
I'm so glad.
That's why I think just everything that's going on here today has just been so awesome. If Joe starts crying and I start crying, it's like, I feel like, what a gift. And to be able to share that with people is so awesome. So keep doing that.
So thankful. I'm so glad that
Such a treat.
it made
Thanks for
sense.
having us.
Yeah, we wouldn't have missed it. Absolutely, man. It's nice to meet
Yes, and great meeting you.
Nice to meet you. Tyler said something about when people pass over, it's not necessarily like my mother, my maternal grandmother. Our friends are our family, and you've got a lot of people in your village. So it's really nice to know that the village continues and there's peace on the other side. That was amazing. It was amazing. Totally exciting.
This is one of the few readings that I've done where someone's actually came through and acknowledged still processing their own feelings towards a living person. Usually they come through with complete acceptance and lots of love.